I think, John, let's get started since everyone seems to have joined. So welcome everyone to this interactive session. So this will be a very quick session on importance of talent insights on workforce strategy, especially for corporates. I am Prashant Gupta, Associate Product Manager at JobsPikr. I'll be moderating the session today. And so since March 2020, since the beginning of the pandemic, we have seen significant changes in the workforce landscape for most of the businesses, like either a small business or a medium enterprise or a large organization. So whether it's a new shift patterns or fluctuations in staff or significant measures around health and safety and expansion of home working or complete redesigns of factories, shops, or complete office setups. This huge shift has had a real impact on carrying out the effective planning of the workforce in any particular organization. It has been and it still is a very major challenge to overcome for most of the organizations in current uncertain times. So how do we manage a dynamic workforce in times of such uncertainties? So to deal with that and to help you answer some of the questions related to workforce planning, I bring my colleague John K. Alexander, who's working as product manager with us at JobsPikr. So he will be taking this session forward. And once again, I would like to inform you, if you have any of the questions during the session, please feel free to ping in the chat and we will discuss about it during the Q&A session. So handing over to you, John.
Thanks, Prashant, and welcome everyone again. So based on recent McKinsey report, as potential skill shortages loom, a survey finds that many companies are using multiple tactics to close gaps and that reskilling efforts are paying off. To build a competitive talent marketplace, we should have a strategic workforce planning model in place, which is a useful strategy map tool to describe the comprehensive goals of an organization. So during this session, we will take a look at introduction or importance of strategic workforce planning, address workforce skills with talent insights information, and how JobsPikr helps in strategic workforce planning. Also, we will show the different insights from JobsPikr dashboard, which is useful for workforce planning on going forward. So why skill gap analysis is useful? The first use is it gives insights into your entire workforce that is able to identify which employees have the most knowledge of particular aspects of the business, as well as employees with important skill gaps. So you will be able to better target training resources on those skills that require the most attention. Second use is it boosts learning and development inside your workforce. Individual employees will be able to find out what improvements they will have to make to acquire or improve the skills and competencies needed to perform as good as possible in their future role. This will improve employee retention. The third use is it will help you with your strategic workforce planning ahead. That is making sure you got the right number of people with the right skills in the right place. It's kind of difficult to start planning for the future though, if you don't know exactly where you stand right now from skills perspective. So fourth use is it can improve your recruitment efforts too. This goes hand in hand with the previous points, whatever the 3 points which I've told. It's a lot easier to recruit good people if you can identify candidates whose skills better match those needed to function effectively in a particular role. If you combine all of the above, you will be able to create a competitive advantage and stay ahead in the market. You will know the strengths and weaknesses of your workforce. You will be able to plan ahead in terms of learning and development and recruitment, and hence optimize your organization performance. Also, the World Economic Forum states that by 2025, 54% of all workers will need to update or replace their competencies. This is a result of rapid technologies development and an increasing digitalization that affects both our personal and professional life. So the skill gap analysis would be very important and useful. Going forward in these slides, I'll be showing what kind of skills or what kind of insights, labor market insights is required for building the skills or to understand the skills required or the in-demand skills or in-demand job titles. So that I'll be showing going forward in the slides. So as said, needed skills are changing rapidly every year. So I have taken a graph that shows the skills required per job posting for the finance and IT roles in the US market. I have taken data for S&P 100 companies. So for last 4 years, the total number of skills required for a job is increasing at 23% annually. And 34% of the skills that were present in an average job posting during 2019 will not be needed on 2022. So that is on 2019, the average number of skills for a job was 17 and it has increased to 21. So blue color shows the skills needed in 2019 and the green color shows the new year skills required. So we can actually see in 2019, we need 17 skills, average skills for a job. So that's from that 17 skills, only 14 will be required on 2020 because the three skills has already been old and we are looking for a new 3 skills. So similarly, that is what right now it's happening. So this shows that required skills for each role is changing rapidly over time and needed to upskill continuously to stay competitive in the market. Similarly, when you look the trends impacting organizations. So as per the CHRO survey report of 2021, shortage of critical talents is the most impact reason for the organizations, followed by rise of employee demands, and also there are other reasons too. But the most important reason for impact is the shortage of critical talents. So similarly, it is studied that organizations are unprepared for dealing the issue of shortage of critical talents, and they are facing a huge issue because of the same. So these issues can be tackled by having a strong workforce plan strategy planning ahead. So now for an example, so since I was explaining about the skills and the for the workforce, what are the insights required for the workforce planning? I'm just taking an insight of labor market dynamics for software developer role in US and UK market. So this insights shows the number of jobs with respect to software developer role posted in these locations, that is US and UK. Along with that, we are showing the median annual salary for these job title and also shows the in-demand skills and shows the top regions where the jobs posted mainly. These insights helps to identify where we have the job demands, what are the skills specific to this role, and what will be the salary benchmark. So now we can actually decide what will be the future, what kind of what should be the salary we should be having. So what should be the budget should be planned for a specific role, and from which locations we'll get more demand, more demand for this role. So these kind of insights which we can get, and then we can plan the workforce planning. So that is how we use the insights. Similarly, so by building skills addresses all pain points like rapid change of skill needs, as I said earlier, difficulty in recruitment, and risk on employee resignations. For skill needs are rapidly changing. Understanding the target critical skill gaps and closing them will help to tackle the pain point. Similarly, for recruitment difficulties, same, understanding the required skills and understand in-house employee capability will help to reduce the recruiting from external labor market for some roles. That also helps to retain the employees too. So that comes the third point, employee resignation risk. So understanding and meet the employee needs for growth opportunities will help to deliver better on your EVP. That will help in reducing the attrition rate. So what I meant EVP is the employee value proposition. So it is a unique set of benefits that an employee receives in return for the skills, capabilities, and experience they bring to a company. So this actually worked for our company too. So as per our recent employee survey, which we have conducted last month, we understood that 75% of the employees look for growth opportunities in the workplace. So that is what I was meaning. So we have to provide an EVP. So these kind of insights, these kind of planning will help to address all the pain points which normally a corporate or a company faces. So so as I said, by having, we need a strategic workforce planning. So by having the strategic workforce planning, you will have the intelligence to predict the skills and employees you will need in the future and define plans to balance business demand and the supply of key talent over time. So that is, it is based on external trends and view from current workforce to execute the plan. So benefits of strategic workforce planning is creates a clear view of talent demand and supply issues by expense area, reporting relationship, and by location. Also helps control unplanned talent costs and highlights issues that limit employee productivity. So for example, new roles emerge as the technology evolves. So one of the example is take machine learning. So it was specialized skills that was part of data engineer or a software engineer in few companies earlier, maybe just 6-7 years back. Now today, there are jobs entirely dedicated to this skill, that is machine learning, and further several roles grown from this skill area itself. So that is the role emerge in the roles when the technology evolves. Now the data scientists, data science, machine learning, AI. So these are all the new skills, new technology comes in, new titles, new skills, everything is coming up. So these are the things. So we have to understand. So based on the understanding, planning on the strategic workforce planning, definitely we will be able to plan ahead in the market. So as I said, a lot of leading organizations started focusing on strategy workforce planning, and they started giving more importance on employee upskilling itself. So I have taken some of the news headlines from some of the organizations for reference, like Shell, Amazon, and Unilever. These are from different industries like international oil company, e-com company, FMCG, etc. They have made massive investments and initiation on employee upskilling. So as you can see, Shell, they have started AI courses, artificial intelligence courses for their employees during the working hours. So Amazon taps trailblazing language learning platform for employee upskilling program. Similarly, Unilever has turned the work week towards building skills, towards the skills building. So these are the things which currently, or most of the organization is changing. So we have to look forward for that. We have to give importance to the employee upskilling. So next, I have taken some insights from the JobsPikr dashboard on identifying skills implications faster. So I have taken the data for last 6 months from JobsPikr dashboard. So it has the top job titles hired globally. That is job title and its job count along with the top rankings. So we can see that customer service, software engineer, sales manager, business analyst, these are the top 5 or top 4 job titles who is having a lot of opportunities in the market. These are the job titles which we have taken globally. Similarly, the second table is the top skills hired for each role. So we have shown the skills as well as the job count. So customer service, sales, design, management, operations, software development. So these are the top skills or the emerging skills right now. In-demand skills basically. Also shows the salary benchmark within each these top roles. So I have taken, as we said earlier, the top job titles. So all these job titles, I have shown the salary benchmark also. So from salary, from the minimum salary and the maximum salary in USD currency. So this will actually help to understand what kind of job titles are in demand in the market. So we as an HR or for recruitment, they have to more focus towards that role. They have to understand what additional value we'll be able to give to that person, because they have a lot of opportunity in the market. Similarly, what kind of skills is getting in demand? So we have to look forward for these skills in-house if it is available. If that is available, then we can utilize for that. Similarly, we can fix the salary benchmark also for these roles. We know that what is the salary benchmark for this role in globally. So along with that, we can decide the budget. So that is how we can do the analysis. Similarly, I have to understand the emerging skills for key roles. As I said in the last slide, we can analyze the skill life stage. We selected the top growing skills for selected roles like management analyst, IT project manager, and data scientist. For management analysts, growing skills are designing, innovations, and program management. So these have taken based on the what are the job counts for these the job titles, and what are the skills, the top skills required for each role. Similarly, for IT project manager, the growing skills are leadership, system engineering, and project planning. And for data scientists, growing skills are machine learning, data visualization, and programming and coding. So this analysis helps to plan and strategize the workforce needs and to understand which role in-house we should give an upskilling, or what is the skills we already have in-house, what the employees have. So which person should needs the upskilling. So these kind of things we can actually plan. So before going forward, as I said earlier, if you have any questions or queries in any of these slides, or if you want us to explain specifically on any specific points, do let us know. You can actually ping in the chat, or you can actually use the Q&A box, and we will definitely will be explaining or help you to understand those during the Q&A session in a little while. So how JobsPikr could help? So now we can see how JobsPikr could help in the workforce planning. JobsPikr offers reliable external data and insights for demand side of the labor market. Strategic workforce planning is a 5-step process, as I shown in the graph, and JobsPikr can help tackle 3-step process: compare, identify, and review. So that is understand labor market demand and trends, compare salaries, skills, employment types, level of experience, educational qualifications, etc. And also benchmark against competitors, regional and industry averages. So when we talk about leveraging the JobsPikr tool on talent intelligence and labor market insights, use labor market metrics like hiring difficulty and supply demand ratio to quantify talent shortages and make the business and make the business case for skills building. Use skills analytics to analyze the top titles and skills your organizations has hired for and check strategic alignment. Similarly, identify gaps between your top skills hired for and your peers to determine where you might have legacy skills challenges in the organizations. Analyze growing and emerging skills for critical roles to get out ahead of skills that may need you to build. Go forward. Identify where critical skills live in your organizations across organizational silos in order to create greater mobility. And at last, analyze skills adjacencies to accelerate development. So these are the things which we can leverage out of the JobsPikr tool with respect to the talent intelligence or labor market insights. So I just taken a couple of indicative visualizations from JobsPikr dashboard that insight graph on top job roles, hiring trends of each company, and world map with open job information for each location. So we have a lot of visualization as I was using it earlier in the slides. So, but I have taken the couple of indicative visualization from the JobsPikr dashboard. So, yeah, so these are the things. So we have taken a couple of things from JobsPikr and show how to understand and how to take forward, plan the strategic workforce planning, and use the skill insights to build the strategic workforce planning. Yeah, so thanks for being in this webinar completely. So now we'll have the Q&A sessions, and you can ask questions and use Q&A box to add your questions, and we are happy to answer. So yeah, handing over to Prashant.
Uh, we have one question from one of the participants. So they ask, how do you think the job market will get affected because of inflation and maybe an impending recession in the US and Europe?
Okay, Prashant. Yeah, so that's a good question. So, given high inflation, it's not surprising that workers are asking for more money to account for great cost of living. So, we'll definitely see the changes in the salary wages too. So, as per the latest labor statistics, we have noticed that salary wages have increased to more than 5 to 6% over the last 12 months. So recession would lead to slower job growth for sure, but workers gain considerable leverage in the job market. Right now, workers are benefited due to the work from home flexibility, so they have other benefits too. So those are things are there. But as I said, this will be a huge debate topic. So from my view, as per the last 6 months of job data, there's a clear indication that job opportunities are growing, but it will definitely affect once the recession hits. There will be a slight decline in the job opportunities for sure. But right now, till now, we don't have that indications, and we are seeing a lot of job opportunities growing in the market for last 6 months. I hope I have answered that question.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one. So Pawan asks, how does talent intelligence help you acquire top talent?
So that is also a good question. So as I mentioned earlier, talent intelligence takes stress out of the recruitment process. So I was showing in the graph also. So that helps organization to analyze what and who they need for the next role. So it allows recruiters to learn how their competitors attract or retain their employees. That is, company can understand their requirement for the present role and future options. So skill gap or accurate compensations, etc. So talent retention is a very important as talent acquisition in workforce planning, and talent intelligence plays a key role in both these vital parts of a business.
Thanks, John, for taking those complex questions. Uh, so if we have any other doubts or any other questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we'll be happy to take on.
And we'll definitely sending out the slides for sure. uh, we'll be sending out the slides. You will be receiving the slides and the video tomorrow to your emails. But yeah, so we are, if you have any more questions or any uh, doubts, please feel free to add it in the Q&A box or chat. We are happy to answer it. Right? Okay. Prashant, is any other questions or uh,
I don't see any other questions coming up as of now.
yeah? So if no one has any more questions, yeah, thank you for attending this webinar, and we'll definitely sharing more insights on the labor markets going forward, as well as we'll be sending you the recordings and the slides for your reference by tomorrow.
Also, if you feel uncomfortable putting up questions right now, we can connect over a quick demo session or a quick call with you. You can send us your query at this email address as well, or you can reply back to the same email on which we'll be sending you the recording sessions, so that we can get connected with you, and there we can discuss personally or one-on-one to answer your queries. or what challenges your organization is facing at the current moment?
Okay, I think Prashant and yeah. So thanks, guys. We are ending this session. So as I said, we'll be sending you the mail shortly. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.